Hello everyone, welcome along to a new video today reflecting on yesterday's 2-1 defeat at home to Reading. This is actually a video that I wasn't planning on doing, but after seeing some of the reaction from some fans on social media last night, I just felt it was something that I wanted to talk about. And look, yesterday was a difficult day at the office. It was one of those days where we created plenty of chances and we didn't score. It was one of those days where we created lots of chances and it just didn't go our way yesterday. And we were undone by 2 quality goals from Reading, 2 good goals from Ovie Ejaria, very good championship player at this level. Hasn't scored in 6 months, but there's a lot of quality that he possesses, and he took both his goals really well. And I'd be more concerned if we weren't creating the chances. I'd be more concerned if we were losing games and we weren't creating the chances and we weren't getting in the right areas. I'd think to myself, okay, I can start to be a little bit concerned because we're not creating enough. But we are creating the chances. But unfortunately, we're just not putting them away at a higher frequency and at a level that I expect we should be. And people might think, well, we've scored 5 at Huddersfield, scored 4 at Birmingham midweek, we've scored 3 against Stoke and scored 2 against Hull. So is there a problem? I think there is a slight problem. You look at the 2 games in August in particular, I highlight both of them, against Middlesbrough at the start of the season, first game of the campaign. Again, we probably should have won. We created a lot of chances in that first half, took our goal, lovely goal from Harry Wilson before half-time. Second half, again, had a catalogue of chances, should have been out of sight. But then Middlesbrough get a goal out of nothing in the second half from them. Probably their only main chance in that half. And then towards the end of the game, they had a couple of half chances. Perhaps lucky we didn't lose the game. And even against Millwall to them, we absolutely pulverised them first half, played them off the park, 2 goals up. Cavaleiro has a great chance to make it 3. He misses. Again in the second half, Mitrovic had a couple of chances. So did Carvalho as well. They get a soft goal, Millwall, and for the last sort of 10 minutes, we're clinging on. And it could have easily been 2 points dropped there as well. So it's a slight concern that we're not always putting our chances away. But we are creating the chances, which is a positive. And as I said before, if we wasn't creating these chances, then I would be worried. But we are. And at the moment, it's just one of those things where we're just not putting them away. But some of the reaction I felt last night on social media was absolutely ridiculous. We've taken 16 points from our first 8 games. We sit second in the table, 2 points off the top. You look at this stage last season, in last season's championship, Norwich and Watford, both teams, Norwich absolutely ran away with the league, finished relatively quite comfortably clear of everybody else, head and shoulders the best team in that division last season, and Watford as well, not far behind them in second. Norwich started the season at this stage last season in 7th, had an average start to the campaign, lots of speculation around some of their better players like Todd Cantwell, Emi Buendia. There was lots of talk they were going to leave. And it sort of disrupted their flow towards the start of the season. And they were 7th, had an average start. And they didn't start really picking up until the likes of Todd Cantwell came back into the side. And that was in and around late October time. And Watford as well, they started the season off at this stage last year in 5th. And they drew a lot of games at home. And they were drawing a lot of games and just drawing a lot of games in general at this stage last season. But I'm seeing tweets now on social media that Marco Silva's now a fraud. Which in my opinion is absolutely scandalous and laughable. He's come into this football club and he's totally changed the whole dynamic of it. We've gone from a side who were timid last season, afraid to attack, afraid to get at games and afraid to get at teams. But we're going at teams now. We're creating plenty of chances. We're playing some good football. Okay, yesterday was one of those days where we didn't take our chances, and it was one of those games as well where things didn't go our way. But there's certain Fulham fans who I think sit there and expect us to go into every single game this season and score 4 or 5 and thump everybody. It's a 46-game season. It's not going to happen like that. There's going to be games and there's going to be stages this season where things are going to be difficult and things ain't going to go our way. But what I don't understand is we lose one game yesterday and there's people who are now starting to turn on Marco Silva, which is just absolutely pathetic in my opinion. And some Fulham fans on social media need to take a grip, get a grip and look at themselves. It's been a great start to the season. We played some superb football. A start to the season which at the start of July, if you'd have told us we'd be here right now in seconds, playing some good football, I think a lot of fans would have snapped your hand off for it. And a lot of fans need to sort of just calm down a little bit and think to themselves, look, we've got a long way to go yet. We've started the season off very, very well, playing some good stuff, playing some good football. It's a defeat, of course. It's not great to lose games. But there's going to be stages this season where it's going to happen. It's 46 games. It's the nature of the beast. That's a championship. There's not a team who are going to go the whole 46 games unbeaten. It's just impossible near enough. You know, we're playing Saturday, Tuesday. And a lot of fans need to sort of realise this, calm down, because we're in a good place at the moment. Okay, we didn't win yesterday, but it's one of those things. And it just really frustrates me how there's some fans who just totally go into meltdown after a defeat. just absolutely ridiculous. And a lot of fans, you know, there was a lot of good things yesterday that I felt happened. We created chances. Muniz got his first goal, which was really good. Of course, I agree with a lot of people that Ivan Cavallero shouldn't be playing a full 90 minutes. I think when he plays in this Fulham side, it disrupts the Fulham side. It definitely stems the flow of the Fulham side as well. And he came in yesterday, and in my opinion, he was poor. He's been poor for the last 2 years, 3 years he's been here, in my opinion. He's not had many good games at all. Okay, he scored 2 at Huddersfield, but you look at the Millwall game, he put a great chance wide, didn't he, to really kill off that game. And I don't understand what Scott Parker saw in him. He played him through the middle at times last season as sort of false number 9 when he dropped Mitrovic. And even Marco Silva now's given him the full 90 minutes too. You know, what does Niskins-Skabano have to do to get a run in this Fulham side? Niskins-Skabano is a good player, in my opinion, at this level. He's direct, he creates chances, he can take a good free kick. He's been an all-round good player for us. And in that run towards the winning the playoffs at the back end of 2 seasons ago, Cabano was a very important player for us. Scored a lovely free kick at Wigan, lovely free kick against Cardiff, down at Cardiff as well, before the season finished in the playoff semi-final. And he had a very good start to the season, in my opinion. I like him a lot. I think when he's on the ball, things happen. He can beat a man, he can cross a ball, something that Cavallero cannot do. And I don't know why Marco Silva persisted with Cavallero throughout the whole of the 90 minutes yesterday, but it's evidently clear that he needs to be moved on. Anthony Knockaert is in that sort of phase where he probably will leave the club in the not too distant future in January. I think he will. A player who disappointed massively for the price you paid for him. And you've only got to look at Harry Wilson now and think what a major upgrade Harry Wilson is on Anthony Knockaert in terms of his general quality, his all-round play. It's just an absolute, it's night and day really, isn't it? I look at the right-back position and I think that's going to be a problem still. Dennis Odoi, to me, we're in 2021 and he's still getting into this Fulham side. And I look at Marco Silva and I think to myself, I've got Cyrus Christie here, who I've deemed surplus to requirements, and Stephen Sessegnon too. Surely they can play the system better at right back than Dennis Odoi can. Dennis Odoi to me is a player who Tuesday night or Wednesday night, whenever it was against Birmingham, that was a Dennis Odoi performance. Scored the goal, played okay, gives a penalty away. And we're in 2021 and he's still on this Fulham side. And in my opinion, he should have gone a long time ago. He shouldn't be in this Fulham side anymore. And I think at right back, he's a hindrance. And the injury to Kenny Tete has been a big problem for us. I think that's really knocked us sideways at the back, because prior to that, we were playing really well. Tete was he's just, in my opinion, head and shoulders above most right backs in this league. He's quality. And you go from him to Dennis Odoi, and it's just a big drop down in class, really. And I think to myself, surely Stephen Sessegnon or Cyrus Christie can do a better job than him at right back. Just they're better athletes. They can get up and down the flank better as well. You know, it's just a head scratching sort of thing, really. How Marco Silva can look at Dennis Odoi and think, you can do a job at right back for me, but then freeze out Stephen Sessegnon and Cyrus Christie, which to me, in the short term, while Tete's not fit, I think them two could do a better job. Looking at how the rest of the team played, there's obviously a lot of talk that Gazaniga needs to come out, Rodak needs to come in. Well, Rodak's going to get his chance during the week against Leeds. He's got to take that chance. He's got to play well. And if he wants to get minutes in the first team in the league this season, he's got to take his chances whenever they come in the cup. Because at the moment, Marco's sticking with Gazaniga. And Gazaniga, to me, he did okay during midweek, but it's up to the manager. But we've got 2 decent keepers at this level. And of course, I'm going to come on to the left-back problem, where everyone on social media is now, there's this big divide in opinion between Robbo and Joe Bryan. Everyone seems to think that Joe Bryan is the better alternative to Anthony Robinson. To be honest, when Joe Bryan played left back 2 years ago in that Championship season under Scott Parker, I didn't think he was fantastic either. I didn't think he was superb. I thought he was defensively woeful at times, in my opinion. Okay, he can put a good ball in, but it's a difficult scenario already between the two, because both ain't really fantastic. But who'd you go with, really? And it's a difficult decision to make, really. People will say Joe Bryan should be a mainstay in the side, but with the, you know, if what I like to think is, if Marco Silva isn't going to play, is still going to persist with Cavallero down that left hand side or wherever he, you know, on the flank, why not put maybe Joe Bryan up there? Someone who can put a good ball in on a sixpence for Mitrovic or Muniz. Someone who's going to put some good deliveries in, because Cavallero's end product's absolutely shocking. I've never seen a wide player at this club in the last couple of years, or maybe apart from Knockaert, who's probably still got a good collection of footballs in the Hammersmith end, in somewhere, or probably even in the River. But Cavaliero's end product's been shocking, and you have to think that Joe Bryan could probably do a better job on the wing, if needs be. But yesterday on the holds, to wrap things up, was disappointing. Of course it was, but we'll look to bounce back on Wednesday or Tuesday in midweek in the Cup. And then Bristol City away, which I will be there. I'll be at Ashton Gate next Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. They've not won at home in 6 months, so we know what's going to happen there. So I'm going into that game with the expectation we're probably going to lose, because it's just the way things are with Fulham at the moment, really. Look at the Blackpool game the other week, and we're going to go into against a side now who beat QPR yesterday and haven't won at home in 6 months, so that's bound to change. But should be a good game. Hopefully we take a decent number down to Bristol, despite the ticket prices being absolutely extortionate. I think £33 they're charging for an away ticket, so hopefully we charge the same for them when they come to us next at some point in the season too, because I think that's ridiculous. 20's plenty, in my opinion, for an away ticket. It was capped at that in the Premier League, so why it's not capped at that price in the Championship, I don't know. But that's for another topic anyway, another day. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, guys, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.